Comfort feels good, doesn't it? It's warm, familiar, predictable, a space where nothing challenges you, nothing stretches you, and nothing surprises you. But here's the truth that most people never want to face. Comfort may feel like safety, but it's actually a trap. It's a silent killer of dreams, a soft place that whispers, "Stay here, you're okay," while your purpose cries out for more. The moment you choose comfort over courage, you start shrinking instead of growing. You start surviving instead of living. And one day, you look back and realize you were capable of so much more, but you never stepped out to see it. You were not born to live inside the boundaries of ease. You were born to rise, to expand, to step into places you've never been before. Every great thing you admire in others, success, strength, power, wisdom, was built in the fire of discomfort. No one ever became extraordinary by staying in ordinary places. Growth requires stretching, and stretching requires tension. You can't grow muscles without resistance, and you can't grow your life without challenge. So when you feel that pull of fear, when you sense that discomfort rising, it's not a sign to turn back, it's an invitation to evolve. Comfort will always try to protect you, but in protecting you, it also paralyzes you. It will convince you that your current life is good enough. It will tell you that risking failure isn't worth it. It will make excuses sound like logic. "I'll do it next time. I'm not ready yet. Maybe later." But later never comes. Comfort will keep you sitting in the same spot, talking about what you want instead of walking toward it. And every day you choose safety over growth, you lose a little piece of your potential. The truth is, everything you want, that dream, that goal, that next level, is sitting just outside your comfort zone. It's not hiding from you, it's waiting for you to be bold enough to go after it. You'll never discover who you are if you stay where you've always been. You'll never find your strength if you never face your struggle. And you'll never know the depth of your purpose until you stop letting fear make your decisions. So ask yourself, are you really living, or are you just comfortable? Because comfort will give you peace for a moment, but purpose will give you fulfillment for a lifetime. The people who change their lives are not the ones who had it easy, they're the ones who dared to be uncomfortable long enough to grow into the person they were meant to be. You can choose to stay where it's safe, or you can choose to step where it's scary, but only one of those paths leads to destiny. And when you finally step out of your comfort zone, you'll realize that the life you've been dreaming of was never far away, it was just waiting for you to have the courage to go get it. Would you like me to expand key point 2 next in the same emotional and motivational tone? So many people spend their whole lives waiting for the perfect moment. They tell themselves, when the time is right, I'll do it. When I feel ready, I'll start. When everything falls into place, I'll move. But life doesn't wait for perfect timing, it rewards movement. The perfect moment isn't something you find, it's something you create. Every great story, every bold decision, every breakthrough begins not when things are ready, but when you are willing. The truth is, you'll never feel completely ready. You'll never have all the answers, all the resources, or all the confidence. And if you keep waiting for those things, you'll spend your whole life watching opportunities pass you by. You see, waiting for perfection is really just fear in disguise. It's fear trying to sound reasonable. It says, I'm just being smart, or, I'm being patient. But underneath it all, it's fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of stepping into the unknown. Perfection is the excuse fear uses to keep you safe. And every time you believe it, you take one more step away from your purpose. You weren't created to wait for permission from life, you were created to give life permission to move through you. You don't need perfect conditions, you need a willing heart. Think about it, every person who ever accomplished something meaningful started before they were ready. They started scared, unsure, and unqualified. But they took a step anyway. They didn't wait for certainty, they chose courage. And as they moved, the path revealed itself. You can't steer a parked car. You have to start moving before direction becomes clear. That's how faith works, you take the step, and the next one appears. Waiting for clarity before moving is like waiting for the ocean to calm before learning to swim. You learn by getting in the water. The longer you wait for the perfect moment, the further it drifts away. Because time doesn't stop just because you're afraid. Life moves forward whether you do or not. And when you look back, you won't remember the moments you played it safe, you'll remember the moments you were brave enough to begin. The perfect time is not someday, it's today. Right now, in this very moment, you have everything you need to take the next step. It's not about having it all figured out, it's about trusting that you'll figure it out as you go. The perfect moment is born in movement, not in hesitation. When you step out in faith, when you act despite your fear, when you stop waiting and start doing, that's when doors open, opportunities appear, and life meets you halfway. Don't wait for the stars to align. You are the alignment. You are the sign you've been waiting for. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Take this moment and make it perfect. Dash dash dash. Would you like me to expand key point 3 next in the same emotional, motivational tone? Growth is never comfortable. It's not supposed to be. Growth asks you to stretch, to step into uncertainty, to face parts of yourself you've been avoiding. It asks you to leave behind what's familiar and step into what's possible. Most people want growth without discomfort, but that's like wanting to climb a mountain without leaving the ground. Every inch of progress comes with a little pain, a little fear, and a lot of courage. You can't grow in a place that keeps you comfortable, because comfort doesn't challenge you to evolve, it convinces you to stay the same. When life pushes you into situations that scare you, it's not punishing you, it's preparing you. The moments that test you the most are the ones that shape you the deepest. You learn who you really are when everything safe is stripped away. You find your strength in the middle of struggle. You discover your courage when fear surrounds you. Discomfort is not the enemy, it's the invitation to become more than you were yesterday. And if you can stop fighting it, if you can lean into it, you'll find that everything you've been praying for is on the other side of what makes you uncomfortable. You don't become stronger by avoiding challenges, you become stronger by walking through them. Just like muscles only grow under resistance, your spirit, your mind, and your purpose grow when they are tested. Every setback, every disappointment, every rejection is not a stop sign, it's a weight being added to your strength. And just like in the gym, the heavier it feels, the more powerful you become. You may not see it right away, but every difficult moment is building you into someone more capable, more grounded, more unstoppable. There's a part of you that already knows this. That whisper inside, saying, you're made for more. That's the part that gets uncomfortable when you play small. It's not restlessness, it's growth calling your name. But growth doesn't come wrapped in comfort, it comes wrapped in challenge. It comes when you say yes to the job that scares you, the dream that feels too big, the conversation you've been avoiding. It comes when you dare to do something new even though you might fail. Discomfort is proof that you're moving forward. When it feels hard, that's when you know you're growing. You're not supposed to have it all figured out. You're supposed to trust the process, even when it feels messy. Every great thing in life comes through the fire, not around it. And when you walk through your fire, you come out refined, not destroyed. So stop fearing the hard things. Stop running from the moments that make you uncomfortable. Those are the moments that are molding you into the person you were meant to become. Embrace the discomfort, because it's not here to break you, it's here to build you. And one day, you'll look back and realize that the things that once scared you were the very things that shaped your greatness. Dash dash dash. Would you like me to expand key point 4 next in the same emotional and motivational tone? Sometimes we wait for a clear sign, a loud voice, or a perfect plan before we move, but life doesn't work like that. The truth is, you'll never see the whole picture before you take the first step. You'll never have every answer, every guarantee, or every detail lined up. Faith is about moving even when the path is still blurry. It's about trusting that something greater will meet you halfway once you decide to take that first leap. Waiting for clarity before acting is like waiting for the wind to stop before learning how to fly. You learn by lifting off, by doing, by believing enough to move even when you can't see where your feet will land. Confidence doesn't show up before you move, it shows up because you moved. Every act of courage builds your belief. Every time you take one small step forward, the road begins to reveal itself. But too often, people get stuck waiting. Waiting for certainty, waiting for the right words, waiting for a guarantee that it will work out. And in that waiting, their dreams grow cold. Their vision fades. The door that could have opened stays shut because they never had the courage to knock. You don't need to have it all together to begin. You just need to begin. The first step is always the hardest because it's the one that breaks the pattern of fear. Fear will whisper, what if it doesn't work? But faith replies, what if it does? You don't need to see the end of the road, you just need to take the next right step in front of you. Each step carries a lesson, a direction, and a new piece of the picture you couldn't see before. That's how faith builds momentum, one brave moment at a time. Think of it like walking through the dark with a flashlight. You can only see a few feet ahead, but that's all you need. When you take a step, the light moves with you, showing you just enough to keep going. That's how life works. You don't get the full plan, you get pieces of it revealed as you move. The light comes through action, not hesitation. So many dreams die in the space between, I want to, and, I will. The bridge between them is faith, the willingness to move without knowing everything. You don't need to wait for confidence to arrive. You build it as you go. You don't need to wait for the perfect conditions. You create them through courage. Every great journey begins not with certainty but with belief. So take that first step. Even if it's small, even if it's shaky, even if you're scared, because the moment you move, the universe moves with you. The path won't reveal itself to those who sit and wait, it reveals itself to those who walk forward in faith, trusting that the next step will always appear when it's time. Would you like me to expand key point 5 next in the same heartfelt and motivational tone? Failure is one of life's greatest teachers, but most people run from it as if it's the end. They see it as proof that they're not good enough, not talented enough, not worthy enough. But failure was never meant to define you, it was meant to refine you. Every setback, every mistake, every disappointment is an invitation to rise stronger, to learn deeper, and to move wiser. You can't grow if you're afraid to fall. You can't win if you're too scared to try. The truth is, failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of it. When things don't go the way you planned, it doesn't mean you've lost your way. It means you're being redirected. Sometimes failure is just life's way of saying, not this way, try another. Every closed door carries a hidden message. Every wrong turn teaches you something about where you're meant to go. You may not see it in the moment, but looking back, you'll realize that every no protected you, every mistake taught you, and every fall strengthened you. The moments you thought were breaking you were actually building you. There's a kind of wisdom that only failure can teach. Success might boost your confidence, but failure builds your character. It humbles you. It softens your heart. It shows you what truly matters. When you fall and get back up, you begin to understand your own strength. You realize that you can survive what you once thought would destroy you. And that realization, that deep knowing, is power. Because after that, nothing can truly stop you. The fear of failure keeps so many people stuck in the same place. They avoid risk, they avoid rejection, they avoid discomfort, and in doing so, they also avoid growth. But when you stop fearing failure, you open the door to limitless possibilities. You start to see that failure is feedback. It's information. It's life whispering, adjust your aim and try again. And when you start to view it that way, you stop being afraid of it. You start to embrace it. You have to be willing to fail if you ever want to succeed. Because the people who achieve the most aren't the ones who never fall, they're the ones who never stop getting back up. They fall, they learn, they adjust, they move forward. Every time they fail, they become sharper, wiser, stronger. They turn their pain into purpose and their setbacks into setups for something greater. So don't run from failure. Don't let it make you doubt your worth or your potential. Look it in the face and say, thank you for the lesson. Because failure is not final, it's foundational. It's the soil where your growth takes root. Every time you fall, you are being shaped for something higher. The only real failure is never trying. The rest is just preparation for your next victory. Would you like me to expand key point 6 next in the same emotional and motivational tone? There comes a moment in every person's life when comfort no longer feels peaceful, it starts to feel heavy. It's that quiet ache in your chest when you know you're meant for more, but you keep choosing the easy way. Purpose doesn't live in comfort, it lives in courage. The path that leads to your destiny will never feel safe. It will challenge you, scare you, and stretch you beyond what you think you can handle. But that's where your power is, in the stretch. You can't reach new heights while holding on to what's familiar. To walk in purpose, you have to be willing to let go of comfort and step into the unknown. There's something sacred that happens when you take that step. The moment you move beyond the edge of your fear, you meet a version of yourself you've never seen before. You realize that the limits you believed in were never real, they were walls built by fear and doubt. And as you move through them, piece by piece, you start to see how strong you really are. Purpose doesn't reveal itself to those who play it safe. It shows up for those who dare to act, even when their knees are shaking and their voices trembling. The truth is, comfort will always try to convince you to stay. It will tell you, you've got enough. Don't risk what you have. What if it doesn't work? But what if it does? What if stepping into your purpose changes everything, not just for you, but for everyone who's watching you? Because when you live with purpose, you don't just lift yourself, you lift others. You give people permission to believe that they can do it too. Your courage becomes contagious. Living in purpose isn't easy. It means saying yes when fear tells you no. It means walking through doors that no one else believes you can open. It means trusting your calling more than your comfort. But once you taste that freedom, that deep sense of alignment that comes from doing what you were made to do, comfort loses its hold on you. You begin to understand that peace doesn't come from staying safe, it comes from living true. Your comfort zone may offer security, but your purpose offers significance. Security might protect you, but purpose fulfills you. One keeps you the same, the other transforms you. And transformation always begins at the edge of what feels safe. Every time you choose purpose over comfort, you choose growth over fear. You choose life over limits. So stop waiting for the right moment to step into your purpose. Stop hiding behind excuses and fears. That calling in your heart, it's not random. It's your soul reminding you who you are and what you were made for. The life you dream about isn't found in the shadows of safety, it's waiting in the light of courage. Step out of comfort. Step into purpose. That's where your destiny begins. Would you like me to now write a video description, title, and hashtags for this complete, get out of your comfort zone and go get it, motivational speech?